And welcome to another version of Healthcare Sucks. We'll call this the Tuesday, slightly afternoon report about the W.19.C, which is the Wuhan 19 coronavirus. Which, speaking of, we have somebody to remind us that it's still around. And here we go. Hello, guys. I still have my spots, which means the coronavirus is bad. It's at a +10 today. So with that, you watch what you're touching, you wash your hands, and you remember to tune in to Healthcare Sucks, because we cover the news for you so you don't have to. And with that, we love you at Healthcare Sucks. Have a good day, and back to drive. Anyway, back to me. He had to, the WUHAN corn had to make the scene today. I told him he could, it's, in the future we got Farmer T coming back on. He did some shows way back in the old days, and he's got some views on what he thinks about all this, and we'll let him listen. With that, we're going to jump into things flying off the shelves. Oh my. That's the line for toilet paper, guys. that's ridiculous, man. Hey, they got Twinkies. Twinkies! And coffees. And juice. Get coffees. Starbucks little coffee things. Awesome. I didn't get paid for that commercial, by the way. Hey, he's happy. Look, bringing on the toilet paper, bringing on the toilet paper. Here, get your paper while it's hot. Get your paper while it's hot. Hey, that's some happy workers. Oh, he's back again. Our star. Pepsi. Don't forget Pepsi, guys. And if you like Coke, there's Coke. 7-Up, Sprite, Mountain Dew. So, all good to have. 7-Up's really good if you're, bleh. Yeah, that's ridiculous, guys. Wow. Let's take a future look. Oh, here's another one. These are in Australia, but look, it's happening here too, guys. No toilet paper. No paper. Pasta. Pasta and beans. Pasta and beans flying off the shelves, guys, right now. And I was at Dollar Store in Lincoln City yesterday, and I bought one of the last 2 cases of toilet paper. They're the good. There's 2 different brands. One of them's pretty good. I'll have to give you the name later. And they had 2 little sterilized cleaning barrel things that were hidden way in the back. I just grabbed them for whatever. Some more Pepto-Bismol. They had a bunch of dollar store like flu sickness kind of things. I already have, but I grabbed some more. They're $1. Who cares? Bleach, hydroperoxide, alcohol. Some more of that. Because I'm kind of watching out. Because I'm tending to say if this thing gets crazy, I'm probably gonna have to help out a few of my neighbors. It's just the nice thing to do, guys. I can't help out the world other than you guys and me together trying to help out the world to get ready for this. This is another line out around the store, guys, to get in to get the stuff. That's how back there. And look at this. Food, meats, already gone, guys. Tell me this isn't like crazy. I'm not kidding. We'll see what this is. I have not watched this, in all fair.
Reserve Bank slashing the cash rate by 0.25%, dropping interest rates to a new record low. We'll go live to our business reporter, Chris Kohler, for more.
They're talking about slashing interest rates already and something on cash loans or whatever. Yeah, let's loan the people the money instead of covering it. Like I told you guys, call your senator, your governor, the president, whoever you can get a hold of to answer the phone. We just did a 7-minute interview with you guys, and Wyden's office ignored us. Same as Little Brain Governor Kate in Oregon. They won't even answer the phones, and the phones are the machines are plugged. You can't even leave a message now. They're ignoring us. Do you feel ignored? I do. You know what? Those people are making money off of us. They got a job. They got a responsibility. You know, it wasn't too long ago when they could sure jump up and try to impeach people and try to argue over this and argue over that. Where are they when we need them? Okay? I'm not going to get into politics because I'm trying to get us to unite, brothers and sisters. 99%. Remember, you are the 99%. We ain't the 1%. So if you think you're not a 99%er, let me know. Send me a thanks saying how much money you got. And if you got that much money, like bankers and stuff, hell, I could use some money, man. Just kidding. I got a kid, man.
Well, Chris, good afternoon. It has never been so cheap to borrow money to buy a house in this country, and some of the major banks have already moved and passed this cut on in full.
Absolutely right, Davina. This is breaking news happening this afternoon. The Reserve Bank dropping interest rates to 0.5%. The big four banks wasting absolutely no time in passing on the full 25 basis points. Not all four of the big four banks, but the first mover was Westpac, passing on 25 basis points. Its lowest advertised rate, now below 3% at 2.93. We've never seen big four banks offering interest rates this low before in Australia. CBA followed suit. Similar sort of level now on their lowest advertised rate, and just before we came to air, NAB dropping the full 25 basis points as well. ANZ still we have not heard, but some of the smaller lenders, including Homestar, Reduce and Athena, have also dropped their interest rates, offering below 2.6%, fully variable now, so incredibly low. Really, in terms of what this means for Australians, well, it's certainly good news if you have a mortgage, but if you don't, and if you have your money in the savings account, terrible news there. You can expect even lower returns on your money in the bank, Davina.
So how is this playing out on the markets at the moment, though, Chris?
Well, investors have not liked the big four banks passing on the full 25 basis points, and shares have fallen further than expected today. All four of the big four banks heading into the close in negative territory. An interesting side story here is that CBA, for the longest time Australia's biggest company, has been overtaken. CSL, a blood products company, is now Australia's largest listed company with a market valuation of above $143 billion. Really is a fantastic story there with CSL.
On to some WUHAN news.
Of individuals infected across the world. That's
goodness.
how they are thinking.
This guy's almost as bad as
and we're just
Squiggly
gonna
Guy.
Keep working with them. We don't have a view as to whether they should designate it a pandemic or not a pandemic. I made that very clear. I just wanted to get a sense how they're thinking about it and assessing.
Oh, he doesn't even have a view why they shouldn't call it a pandemic. I can give him the view because, like I've been telling you, and we've proven with the virus bonds, coronavirus bonds, and illness bonds that the One World Bank's involved with WHO and special friends and country people and stock market and big money. They're all playing that you and I will or will not get sick now or die. Yeah. Doesn't that sound like a sick game to you? Yeah, in June, if they don't call it a pandemic by June, they all make big bucks. If they do, they have to pay out. The other part of this, again, I'll say it to you guys, is if they claim it a pandemic, they have to release funds that they're sitting on. And meanwhile, they won 600 and some million. And Mr. T slapped him down, I already heard, and said, we're cutting it in half. Good. Keep the money. Don't cut them off. Keep the money here. Let our own people, give our people some jobs. Let them take the monies and do things to help America. Now, the reason I'm saying that is all the countries are sending stuff feeling for China. Go back and watch my videos on the cities, factory cities. They've got stuff, guys, without a doubt now. They can retool, they've got the stuff. Now they're getting all of our stuff. And guess what? We contacted them to see if, once things get a little better, can we get some masks back? Can we get some supplies back? And some of these are companies like 3M that are over there. And guess what we got told? See what that finger says? That's exactly what they told us. Excuse my finger. I did not say it, but my finger did. And the reason it did is it's the truth. That's what they told us. They're not helping us. They're not helping you either in England, France, Italy, Canada, wherever you are. Australia, my friends and brothers over there that suffered so much. They're not helping us back, guys. There's some dark things going. Watch some of my videos. We go into it. So we're going to tra-la-la through a little bit more of Videoland.
We have 43 domestic cases of the coronavirus, 48 cases of individuals who've returned to the United States. Of the domestic cases, 29 of the 43 are either in California or Washington State. And we have communities that are facing what the experts tell us could potentially be a cluster in those communities. Sadly, today, there were 4 additional fatalities, raising the number of that 6.
And I think you've already heard it, guys, but I want to bring to you what happened in Nashville, Tennessee today. It's a tragedy.
Flattened this morning after at least 2 confirmed tornadoes touched down in central Tennessee, ripping through Nashville.
It sounded like a freight train come through, and after it hit, we got to go outside, and the whole back of the roof was caved in. The front of it's caved in. We have no porch, and all the houses down our street are completely gone.
The governor declaring a state of emergency as the death toll more than doubling just this morning, a number expected to grow as many others still remain missing.
As damage reports continue to come in, I urge Davidson County residents to stay clear of damaged structures and downed power lines.
Thousands without power as.
And a moment of silence, because I do care about people. That's why we are Healthcare Sucks, and why you're watching, because we do care. So with a moment of silence, I will pray. Oh, Heavenly Father, forgive us for our sins. May you bless us. May you give us the armor and the shields to protect us from the WUHAN 19 and to protect us from foreign and domestic things that would harm us or take our rights away. Please bless us, keep us safe, keep us healthy. May you protect and help the people who are in Nashville, the people in China, the people around the world that are suffering because of the WUHAN 19, and all my viewers and their family. Please bless them, and if they have any sins, forgive their sins, and bless them double, 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 twice, 3 times, and keep us all safe. And with that, amen. Not the best prayer in the world. It was off the hip. I'm sure I could do better, but you know what? He understands. The point was we reached out together, and together I could feel it. Whoa. I'm becoming one of those guys. but I'll tap it down. Tap it down, Tap it down. Love you, brothers. Here we go. Thank you, by the way, for praying with me for the people. It's very, very nice of you guys to pray with me. That was awesome. I really could feel it. It was awesome.
The storm brought down power lines, sparks from electrical equipment lighting up the sky. There have also been reports of a gas leak. Numerous cars crushed as buildings stand roofless, many no longer standing at all. As the sun came up this morning, residents waking to see the full extent of the damage.
I didn't know what to expect. I was really surprised at this. I mean, we've been through lots of tornado warnings and never thought that this would happen. It's just shock. It's like a war zone. It's just complete devastation. It's going to be years before this neighborhood recovers from this.
Local authorities responding to at least 40 building collapses around the city as officials work to clean up the debris, while also working to ensure voters can still make it to the polls in this Super Tuesday state. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
Hi.
Sorry, guys. Every once in a while, they put a commercial that we can't skip.
See how Lincoln can help.
Maybe they'll help.
Tornadoes overnight near Nashville. Now the death toll has risen to 22 people. At least 40 buildings were left damaged by the storms, forcing schools, courts, transit lines, and the state capitol to close today. President Trump says he will visit the area on Friday. Some polling stations had to be moved. Others opened late as a result of the damage. It is a Super Tuesday state. More on all of this throughout the day, right here on MSNBC. And stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching.
We'll do one more, guys, and I'm sure.
I'm Vladimir Duterte. We begin this hour with breaking news out of Tennessee, where at least 19 people are dead after at least 2 tornadoes touched down in Tennessee overnight. The severe weather caused about 40 buildings to collapse in the Nashville area.
Authorities say a number of people are missing and many others are wounded, and hundreds of thousands of people lost power. CBS News meteorologist and climate specialist Jeff Berardelli reports.
It's a scene of utter destruction in Metro Nashville this morning.
The cement front of the AutoZone actually collapsed onto itself.
Our Nashville station, WTVF, saw the damage firsthand. Crushed cars filled the streets, and Whit Laxton's car was smashed by a fallen sign.
I think I'm lucky to be alive, and I've got a lot to process.
Oh my God!
The tornado filled the sky as it churned across Tennessee's state capital just before.
First case, North Carolina. 31 minutes ago.
First positive case of the deadly coronavirus.
And they also say that patient is from Wake County. CBS 17's Bridget Chapman is live at the Emergency Operations Center. And Bridget, what did the governor say about this person?
Well, Governor Cooper said that person traveled from Washington State back home to Wake County. He did confirm that they were visiting that long-term care facility where this outbreak has stemmed in Washington State. Although he said that this person traveled via airline, he's not giving the specifics right now of what airports or who else might have been affected. However, the state does say they've launched an investigation to find out who else was on the plane with this person coming from Washington. They're going to contact those people and make sure they're aware of this case. Today, we learned 9 deaths have been linked to coronavirus in Washington State. The state of North Carolina says this person tested positive through the state lab, but they're sending the results to the CDC as well. In the meantime, the state's checking on this person daily. That person is in isolation at their home here in Wake County. They're responsible for checking their own temperature and need to no longer have any symptoms in order to be released.
The person is doing well. It is in isolation at home. We've been preparing for this, and we do expect to see more cases in North Carolina. We are working closely with local health departments, healthcare providers, and others to quickly identify and respond to new cases.
Governor Cooper says they're also going to keep monitoring returning traffic.
Winchester County.
Hundreds of people who may have been exposed to coronavirus in New York have been told to self-quarantine.
This warning coming after a Westchester man tested positive for the disease. And here is what we know right now. He is 50 years old, lives in New Rochelle, but works as an attorney in Manhattan. He's a member of Temple Young Israel in New Rochelle. 500 to 700 people who attended services there must quarantine themselves at home.
Meanwhile, the death toll from coronavirus is rising in Washington State. 9 people are now confirmed dead from the outbreak there. We have team coverage for you tonight. Let's begin with CBS 2's Tony Aiello. He is live in Westchester County with the latest. Tony.
As you can imagine, this is massively disruptive for this faith community in the north end of New Rochelle. The man, now confirmed to have novel coronavirus, worships here, and the state is ordering Young Israel to halt all services and people who attended services here on February 22nd or a funeral and a bat mitzvah on the next day, Sunday, February 23rd. Those people must self-quarantine until at least March 8th.
This New Rochelle synagogue now at the center of concerns about the spread of novel coronavirus.
We have a case in Westchester, a 50-year-old gentleman who did not travel to any of the places that are on the quote-unquote watch list.
Governor Cuomo started the day by sharing the news about the stricken man who attended services at Young Israel of New Rochelle. The novel coronavirus patient sought treatment at Lawrence Hospital in Bronxville on February 22nd. What first presented as a straightforward respiratory condition did not improve. The man was transferred to New York Presbyterian Columbia in Manhattan, where the coronavirus diagnosis was confirmed. He's in serious condition.
The family of the individual who is receiving medical treatment in New York City, right now, that family is quarantined in their home.
The county executive says the man is married with 4 children. 2 are in Israel. 1 attends Yeshiva University in New York City. 1 is a student at SAR High School in Riverdale, which closed Tuesday and did not respond to requests for comment. As word began to spread in New Rochelle Tuesday morning about exposure in the Jewish community, the Bethel Synagogue preschool closed as a precaution.
My daughter was pregnant, so we're a little bit concerned. My grandchild goes to Bethel, and that was closed today. You know, we're concerned, but not panicking.
And all the elected officials who are overseeing this outbreak now say that's exactly the attitude to take. Be concerned, but do not panic. Still, this is very disruptive to the people affected by the quarantine order here. People who attended services on Saturday, February 22nd, or a bat mitzvah, or a funeral.
So basically, guys, real quick, it's revving up. It's not looking very good, my friends. Just keep an eye on it with me. Tune in to Healthcare Sucks, and we'll keep on it. I will start to get more energy, so I'm not low energy today. I will have a coffee here in a minute, guys. And I will be back at you, bringing you the Wuhan 19 updates and some other things I've been researching. And I will keep on the governor, Little Kate Brown, and I will keep on Wyden. And I'll call a couple other ones, and I'll try to record them, guys, if they'll answer the phone. I'll try to get us the answers that we all want to know. If we self-quarantine, are they going to cover and temporarily put holds on our debts without messing with our credit? If we rent, so we're not homeless. We cannot have people homeless, guys. I can't stress how bad this could become. And then people have to be issued a card with food stamps and cash on it. Bottom line. Because most of us live check to check. We don't have the money to monkey with. We just don't. Bottom line. We can't afford, we're not the 1%. We can't have stuff just sent to our house. We don't have, basements full of things to last a year to 5 years. We just don't. I mean, we're lucky if we have a little bit. And people in apartments, man, they don't have the room. A lot of them are paying jacked up rent, and I mean jacked up rent. If you're renting, guys, I feel bad for you, man. The rent is just ridiculous. And after the housing crunch, they killed off the good people getting homes now, or you could be paying about half what you're paying for rent. Banks. We'll have a talk about them someday. And with that, I love you all. Stay safe. And we'll be back at Healthcare Sucks. Over and out. Have a great day.